Somewhat interesting. I won't say deliver, because as they say, there's been mistakes that have been made. Big with the stand-in. NineZ crumbling on day one to the pressure in front of a crowd, but now we'll see if they can overcome that, because Big obviously were not scared against FURIA. They had that incredible comeback. It didn't matter that everyone was cheering against them.
Yeah, this is going to be awesome. I'm actually really excited for this game. I got high hopes for NineZ here. Starting on the T side of Nuke, their own map pick. They're going to open up towards ramp room. It's the dualies in the hands of Crimbo, in both hands of Crimbo. And back away, he had a little bit of support. Back to the upper bomb site, they pull the rotation away. Now they want this aggression out of the hut. That's one player. It's only one player committed. Sin's got the first kill, and still they don't know what's happening at the upper bomb site, but DJT has no chance.
No chance. Got in there alone and couldn't get an opening, couldn't get an angle, and was hoping someone would walk out not expecting him, but they certainly did. Down below, Kiddo already gets to decontamination. He'll put some shots out. Ramp. Occupied. Gets one, only one. Gets Buddha, but David is right back into it. Tabson, good find. That drops the bomb. And there's no utility right now. It's all on NQZ. He's gone. Crimbo with the kill, and it is Big to start it off 1-0. Yeah,
a little bit of a complex pistol round for NineZ. The ramp presence into an upper fake with just one player, and then back towards ramp room, down to the lower bomb site. And none of the initial moves from NineZ actually worked. They lost a few steps. The opening kill from Sin, that takes a second player out of the upper pressure. DJT had nowhere to go, no one to find, and he was trapped, and the round just slips away. And I don't think that's necessarily one of the strengths of NineZ in this. These guys can shoot really, really hard, but tactically I think Big is going to have their number, so I think trying to outplay Big strategically is the wrong idea, but we'll see how that progresses as NineZ gets into the gun rounds. Here, there's no second round investment, no plant, no extra money, and NineZ is going to sit this one out with all Glocks and no armor.
Shots from Tabson, just speculative outside, trying to spray through the smoke, see if anyone's going to cross. Searson up close, so wants to play off of that. If he hears any damage, if he hears anyone hit, he's got the MP9 to capitalize. Close angle. Gone for the smoke play, though. NineZ up above instead, trying to get picks with Glocks. Any damage they can get. Firing. Ooh, wow, okay. From that range, little goosh onto Tabson. That's a problem, but Tabson comes right back out. Searson's going to help him. And David and NQZ go down. Searson even saw the bomb fall, so he's going to push further forward and secure potentially the whole round. More damage dealt, though.
Yeah, as Glock's getting a goosh, getting a couple dinks on Searson, but obviously no real stopping power from those tiny little pistols. It's going to be 2-0 for Big. Keto would love to get this shotgun in play, but the AK-47s are going to come out in the next round. We'll see what NineZ is going to bring to the table with guns on the board.
Interesting paths.
Oh, okay.
Man, they're actually super accurate. If there's anything they want to look confidently toward. Interesting paths for both teams to be here. FURIA, obviously, the comeback by Big. I look at FURIA more as actually failing in that game to close it out rather than Big. I mean, credit to Big for coming back into it, but they didn't exactly play super well at the start of that. And then Bad News Eagles, which beat them up, and then Greyhound, who's, again, another team that people aren't really sure where they stand, and now they fall down to an elimination game today with Vitality. And then on the other side, for NineZ, lost to GamerLegion, who looked very solid at the start, but then they beat Imperial and Evil Geniuses themselves. So they both had kind of easier secondary games. I would argue the Greyhound game the easiest for Big, but NineZ yet to really be challenged too much. I mean, yes, GamerLegion beat them up, but they haven't played anyone that's really by far and away a favorite over them.
Yeah, that Greyhound game from Big was wild. What was that, like a 6-0 start for Greyhound and then 16 rounds straight for Big?
Yeah, that's absolutely right.
They went on that little bit of a run. They caught fire and just never let go. Oh, Texas represented out here in Brazil.
Got all the barbecues in the building.
Yeah, I love it. Except for Korean barbecue.
Yeah,
we don't have that yet.
Hang
There's
on.
one important one missing.
Yep, that is true. Perhaps the best one as well, I will say.
Absolutely the best one. Thank God we're not going out to the crowd.
No, that's fine. Look, it's okay to have opinions. Because one is good does not mean the other is bad, Jason.
Oh.
She's been around every time.
I know. She's a massive
I think she did try and say, I love you, though, to at least redeem it, if I read her lips correctly. But, yeah, no, look, obviously she's either with the team or she's local and is a huge fan of Big. Either way, it's awesome. And, yeah, I'd have some fun. It's good to see some rivalries out there.
Absolutely. Team's readying up. The tech pause is fixed. It's no more issues. Back into the game. AWP in the hands of Searson right into this third round. Still have that auto shotgun on Keto. For NineZ, it's 4 AK-47s, and I would imagine with the amount of gushes that NineZ got in the second round from those Glocks, Max has dropped down to a MAC-10, so I think he wants to be fast-paced towards the upper bomb site and maybe take advantage of a lack of head armor. but a few more players from Big have actually bought up, and that doesn't work whatsoever. Shut down immediately.
Yeah, the Molotov, he had to get through it. The smoke was too deep to fully extinguish it, and then they just spammed. He had no life left to deal with that, so the MAC-10's already gone. So too is Buddha. David, the next one trying to do damage. Naden's going to go too deep. Kiddo's already transferred and shuffled away from that.
And go back to the pistol round now. This is a lot of the opening gambits, a lot of the opening moves from NineZ have been shut down in the 2 important rounds that we've played so far. 2 players go down, Max and DGT in the pistol. And here as well in the first gun round, it's Max and Buddha to fall early, trying to aggress into the upper bomb site. Not a whole lot left for NineZ to do. They're going to remain passive, hope for a mistake at the moment, but that's not going to come. Big's going to be way, way too disciplined to give them anything here in a 5-on-3.
Still trying to find a pick is David. He's the one that holds the bomb just to know. Look at this push outside. Again, this time it's Tabson. Remember, Searson was here earlier with the MP9 when Tabson was playing back by the big garage. Instead, though, it's the rifle. DGT doesn't know he's this far up. Oh, the timing on it, though. I'm not sure who spots the other first. DGT, I don't think
he'll never check this.
No, he's never going to check it. And now he knows. He heard the Molotov. And now he knows they're looking inside of the site as well. So they're going to try and execute, which means he's going to have easy shots. He takes the first. NQZ goes down. David able to turn it far too quickly, though. But Kito knows he's low, and the shotgun will work in favor for him. David drops bomb. DGT, 16 seconds. Probably going to save the AK at this point. So big to start 3-0.
Yeah, and a clean 3-0. Ooh, Kito's going to go for more, but dropped. Dropped as he turns the corner. Not the biggest sacrifice in the world. It's just the auto shotgun.
It is if he hits the wall, because time's running out. They know where he is now. Oh, he smartly tucks away. That could have been costly. Him hitting the wall, trying to run back to spawn. If Sin hit the shot.
Yeah, it could have been sketchy. Could have been rough. But DJT gets away from it. 3-0. Big looking comfortable. Kito with that bonus money. Ooh, that's a beautiful headshot on a Buddha. Surgical with the shotgun. Even adding Kito into it, or excuse me, David at the end. And here we go into round number 4. Deagle's picked up around the Soul AK-47 that was saved, but NineZ got to start scratching their heads and figuring out a solution. DJT going to try and be aggressive into his own Molotovs, and that's a lot of damage for the lone rifle. And I think the sound cue would have been given away as well.
I think so, but at least he's down there. At least he's able to sit and do something with this position. In fact, he shuffled out and gotten onto the stairs instead.
This position is only going to be effective, though, if NineZ can actually force some kind of a rotation. If they can actually pressure towards ramp room, because there's going to be no pressure outside. So if they can force someone to drop, if they can force the shotgun to rotate through the vents, that's when the AK-47 can get activated. But at the moment, it's just neutralized tactically because nobody from Big has to worry about this at the moment.
If he goes back toward that vent as well, we already saw Kito has brought his shotgun over closer to it. And with the HP that he's on, that's a clean and easy kill.
And NineZ's not challenging anything at the moment. Everyone is just content with these Deagles to just huddle up in lobby. And again, Big's not going to give them a mistake. They need to force the mistake.
You've got 2 at ramp as well. So the fact that they lost the vent in that fashion, they've got some eyes outside. Searson's there with an AWP of all things. Crimbo has support. And it's one at the box. So Crimbo can shoot. Look at this. Tabson, he thinks, all right, they're going to think you're totally solo. Searson even comes over to take more aggroing. Tabson pops out. They had no idea. Silenced M4. He easily collects 3, and then Crimbo comes back up. Done deal. Very nice stack. Good setup to read the fact that they were trying to at least get some positioning on the map to work with that vent dive.
Now, they did at least kill Searson. There was a 1 deke headshot onto Searson with the AWP, and Big was not able to get there in time to recover the op. So that's actually, I mean, a little bit of a silver lining is that you're going to force a rebuy of the AWP, which will dig into the money. That's Sin who's going to drop it over. So he's chunked down from about 9K to 2,700 after dropping that weapon. But a really nice setup from Big. They were comfortable the whole time. And a timeout from NineZ. Understandable. I think it's a smart timeout to take early on. You don't want this game to spiral out of control. You don't want to be playing in a comeback situation. This is a qualifying match for those of you at home. The team that wins this moves on to the Legends stage. And as we've touched on a number of times throughout this tournament, across every broadcast, every stream, every game, there's some dangerous opponents down there in the elimination matches. Cloud9 had that great win over Imperial last night, still alive in the tournament. You don't want to play them for elimination. Vitality is down there.
Imperial could have knocked
don't want to, yeah, that would have been funny. Actually, I was giggling a little bit. Yeah.
Holy moly.
Vitality's down there as well. You don't want to mess with them.
And you've got FURIA, GamerLegion on the other side of this bracket.
fnatic and Outsiders. There's still some very deadly teams alive. So if you have a chance to qualify, just get it over with.
Yeah, that's exactly the point. You can't risk going down to play some of these sharks that are in the water waiting for you down below.
Good advanced positioning from MOUZ early on in the round, getting over to Secret, but once again, it's all going to depend on the other 4 players grouped up towards ramp room to be able to cause the rotation, to be able to apply pressure to the defense. Crimbo once again blinded and falls back.
Seriously able to rotate over again. Inside the flames, they'll push him back. Now they've got some access to ramp room. Searson up the ladder instead, though, just in case they rotate all the way through. He'll go back down outside. David, meanwhile, taking his time. They've got a little bit to work with on the map, so they'll slow the pace and see what else they can find. And it is going to be MOUZ that wants both approaches to lower. If MOUZ gets this shotgun, though, he's almost going to have to bait out a shot on this. Shotgun's, if he crouches into it, that's going to make it too easy. AK upgrade now for Quito, but yeah, if they've gotten the stairs from Secret and the ramp, then Crimbo's in a lot of problems. Now he knows he only has to look one way, and he has his teammate beside him. As you can see inside of the control room door, smoke out. That'll cover a box drop if they need to get away from that upper silo for Crimbo. It means he has to jump up, but he doesn't need to so far because he's got another kill. Flash out as well for a chance on the repeat. Molotov's gonna force him left. He hits one more DGT, but then Tapson's on the flank and headshot dink on David already. He's on 4. This one's done as well, and it's gonna be 5th for Big.
Yeah, we need to start seeing 9Z find some openings, win some of these initial duels, initial fights. Big is very, very comfortable. They're rotating just about perfectly so far in this game in these first 5 rounds. And David can do nothing with 4 health. He's just got to save the AK-47 again. So 9Z in a little bit of a hole here on T-side Nuke. That shotgun is doing some work. It's been a while since we've seen the old shotgun tactic on Nuke to stick around.
Absolutely, yeah, no, it's been a classic.
He's gone back to it as well. He's dropped the AK-47 over and he's just rebought the shotgun in the upper bomb site.
I don't blame him. He knows they have a huge economic advantage. He knows that they're not going to be doing a ton against him, so use it again. And it is so powerful around the hut and the vents.
Yeah, and now, I mean, the weakness of it is rotating, and that hasn't been exposed yet because 9Z hasn't been able to challenge any of the bomb sites effectively. So Quito's still just living the dream with the shotgun. Upper set piece, timing for it. There goes the shotgun. There goes Sin as well. Oh, 9Z gonna convert this one. 3 quick kills, and Big have to save. Crimbo and Searson slinking away already back to CT spawn. They want nothing to do with it.
Yeah, 3 Tech 9s, round so fine, and it's gonna be finally 9Z with a chance to get one on the board, backing away with the AK. And the AWP. Explosive shotgun missed a shot, and that is the problem with it. It's not an op, let's be honest. We joke that the op is the shotgun style when you no scope, you're up close, but you do still have quite a distance between shots. Time between rounds is pretty significant. So yeah, you miss one, you get a chance like that. Running gun Tech 9s opens the site completely.
Yeah, this is great too. If you're 9Z, you're like, oh good, we got all 5 players surviving. They've recovered 3 weapons as well. That's wonderful for their own economy. That gives them at least 2 buys in a row moving forward. And 9Z is on the board. It took 6 rounds. Can they build upon it? There's still a decent bank here on Big. They're gonna have to chew into it, buy into it. But plenty of money as well moving forward. So 9Z are gonna have to string about 3 rounds together to take this economy away.
That'll bring the crowd alive.
Nice and early. Now most of the attention from the pack mentality of 9Z has been towards the upper bomb site, has been towards ramp room. This time they switch it up. This time they bring numbers outside. David's gonna be on the mini roof. MOUZ and NQZ starting to use the outer wall, and there goes the first player. Good kill from Sin.
Tapson still looking for it, but they're already across. DGT takes down Searson. That's the op gone already. He was trying to creep as well in toward Radio, trying to get more information and get aggressive and try and shrink the map, but MOUZ has not won this duel yet. He's been aggressive. He's going to lose it out again. Crimbo slightly outside the corner, and MOUZ thought he was tucked in further.
Yeah, a little bit of an off angle. That's twice now, as you mentioned. MOUZ against the shotgun as well took an instant headshot, so he's not even getting any kind of a real chance to win that fight. Sharp play from Big down in Secret. I think that opening kill was a spam as well, maybe through the floor. That was the top mini player. NQZ spots that. There's the op impact that the desk was looking for, at least for the moment. Finding the equalizing kill into a 3-on-3. 2 players in the upper bomb site, 1 down low. That's Crimbo to defend B, all on his lonesome. But how do you find this one? 1 up in Raffers. Rafters and Sin at an off angle for Mini. He's got the first kill, needs to be traded.
Good read. DGT needed that. He absolutely had to be quicker on it. Too worried about what was behind. Now Keto's gonna get NQZ. This one falls apart. 6-1 for Big. That, you're right. He had to swing immediately on that. They needed to peek together.
Yeah, he wasn't really coordinated in any way. He wasn't ready. You mentioned it. He was looking behind him. He was looking in the other direction. His focus was not forward towards the bomb site. And that's what allowed Sin to align for the second kill. Yeah, there it is. There's the spam. Take it.
Yeah, this is just too easy at that point for DGT. If he's one step ahead of that, he likely wins that without even taking damage. Still had to contend with Rafters, no doubt. Searson, oh my goodness, outside that smoke. He nearly got caught on it. He heard it. He jumps back. He knew that there was a threat, so tries to get away. This gives Max a bit of room, but Searson makes no mistake on the first shot. Buddha falls. He has conceded the main entrance, though. Watched, however, by Keto. Good communication. Yeah,
nothing is working right now for 9Z. Not able to get any utility as well. These are nice, easy peeks for Searson with the off. No smoke in his eyes, nothing like that. Max trying to come in through Mini. There's no flashbang. There's no utility to really harass the top HUT player. And Big is having a nice, easy time of things.
Keto just waiting as well to look down on anyone who dare walk through that door. Still on the AK. So giving up on the shotgun for now.
All they've won was the Tech 9 round, busting into the upper bomb site at a timing, finding some fortunate kills as they turn in. And once again, all they can do is wait for a mistake. And that mistake has not yet come in any of the rounds. Keto's gonna slide back, and here maybe is an opportunity for DGT to get one, and indeed he will. 2v4 now, 30 seconds left on the clock. And the bomb is all the way outside, so I think this round is gonna end up just being a save for 9Z.
Save indeed with 20 seconds. 2 AKs to carry over, that's it. No bomb plant on the back of this. And a lost round bonus, I think that's still full because they lost one after 4. Yeah, it is, so it's still a complete lost round bonus after this round. So they'll be able to force around this at least, but again, it's gonna go 7-1 now for Big. Not really a Brazilian team, but now we've got the German 7-1 thing going on.
Yeah.
South American team.
Those memes, they always come to fruition somehow, some way. They're just happy to be here. Nice shot from Searson outside, 4 kills on him so far. Keto's doing good work in the upper bomb site, and I think that's kind of the big takeaway at the moment is that individually players from Big are just handling their positions very well. They haven't been too exposed in ramp room. Whenever there's been pressure, Crimbo's been able to drop. They've handled Secret twice now when Max has challenged it. And outside of the Tech 9s, they've had no problem in upper shutting things down. Another timeout from 9Z.
Kula's jersey on there. I'm sure there's lots of football references out there I'm also not catching because I just don't follow it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. You got to wonder as well. I mean, look, we know Gaben's never going to show up, but if FURIA makes it through, do we see Neymar Jr. make an appearance?
Ooh, that'd be spicy.
It's probably, I don't know the calendar. He's probably busy somewhere.
Yeah, but, I would imagine he's probably got a lot on his plate.
Yeah.
All right. Utility being lined up. Max and NQZ outside for the moment. NQZ just providing support. He's going to come back in towards upper, and Max is playing this very passively. I don't think he wants to mess with Secret anymore. This looks like it's going to be some kind of a timing bust towards the upper bomb site, and maybe Max is able to lurk outside, maybe turn in through Mini, set him up for the late round. 9Z instead lining up, looking towards ramp room as well for any kind of a push. Just over a minute remaining.
So Crimbo on that secondary op now. Still trying to look back to the yard. For the first time, they don't have a ton of information there because they've gone very passive with Searson playing down below, a close angle as well.
There's nobody in ramp room for Big. So 9Z is going to get in here and be like, it's free. No one's even checking.
And now they know. The answer is Searson goes below instead.
You take this ramp room and you're like, that's great, that's awesome, but what do we do from here? And this is the only flashbang left. Even if they go to the lower bomb site, there's no smoke for the window, there's no smoke for the doors, there's no smoke for Toxic. There's nothing. I think 9Z is going to be like, what are we supposed to do?
What an interesting setup as well from Big.
Are they just
give them that? Crimbo's got Max. That's at the hut. That was just a check to upstairs.
This is going to sound so stupid, but I think you have to save.
17 seconds. I think they're going to.
Nothing has happened in this round.
That's actually wild. We just got the first kill, what, at 25 seconds left? And even if, you know, you want to go downstairs, like you say, you're cut off, even if you wrap around, you still have Crimbo there. You still have rifles that are at the ready. Tapson's even searching for the save outside.
Yeah, that's the logic from 9Z too. They get ramp room for free. They don't find anyone, but they have no utility, and they're just like, okay, if nobody's in ramp room, then certainly the defense is going to be so strong down in the lower bomb site, and we don't have the utility to deal with that, so what's the point? Problem, though, is so many players surviving with no utility, as we mentioned. There's $0 on 2 players, 150 on Buddha. You only have 2 players in this round who can get utility back. So again, it's going to be another very low nade round. And 9Z, they are flustered.
Yeah, another timeout.
A round like that, if you're Big, if that round occurs, you're just grinning and you're like, okay, we have these guys so shook. Like they're beat already. we've got their number. They have no idea what to do. It is just going to be a surge of confidence into the Big side.
The scary part is this is 9Z's pick.
Yeah.
I know Dust 2, they're very decent on as well.
So is Big.
Exactly. The Dust touched on that. You'd think you'd pick away from it and have a deeper map pool than that, but with the stand-in, you know, they're trying to, you know, like they said, they have demos, they have stuff they can rely on. They're trying to lean on that a little bit, and Big is capable, there's no question, especially performing as the way they are right now. 9Z really needs to get something going, no question about it.
Yeah. Second timeout taken from 9Z, 2 in a row. They just used timeout 3 and timeout 4. They've used all 4 timeouts, and we're going into round 10. This is a disaster.
I was trying to think if that was the third or the fourth because I was blown away that it was this much this early. I think maybe something technical as well because they're speaking with the admins. It did start, okay, maybe this is part of the tact still because they are chatting.
Yeah,
I know it started as a tactical, but I thought maybe something came out otherwise. So.
Dude, this is wild. Your map pick, a qualification game, you've used 4 timeouts going into round number 10, and you're down 7 rounds. 9Z are lost.
Toward the ramp again. Crimbo's op gets deep this time at the box. Chance for a lineup, smoke down though because they had to extinguish a Molotov that was thrown early. They're not ready for Tabson. He's got the off angle. He's able to get one before being dropped. Crimbo does the same. So 2-2 trades, but the secondary op, Searson, oh, they're close. They're lined up. He nearly gets both. He clips Buddha as he goes through NQZ to do so, and he makes no mistake on the repeat either. Buddha gone. It's all on DGT.
Yeah, Big is just reading them like a coloring book. This is unbelievable. 2 players positioned in ramp room on the initial defense. Searson in support. They've just been shut down entirely. Big is just dominating. I wish I had something positive to say for 9Z at the moment.
It's tough. Tech 9 round, the only thing they got, and that was due to the fact that they were still saving other weapons, trying to build up the economy as well, you could argue, because the shotgun rather than a rifle in that situation. DGT needs to die, really.
Yeah, he needs the money. You need the utility. And you need to start taking some weapons away from Big. If you want to get back into this game, that reset is the biggest thing you have going for you, but there's so much money on everyone from Big. He's going to try and find at least one here in ramp room, but Big realizes with the bomb down, he's going to come in this direction. All 3 players were here, and Sin doesn't miss a beat. Immediate headshot. 9-1. Searson's got 14.6K.
Too easy for Searson as well on this repeat. Just absolutely smokes them.
Searson just buys for his teammate because he doesn't want to max out his economy. And yeah, those faces say it all.
Twice we've seen 9Z on the stage, you and I, Jason, and twice it hasn't been going very well for them.
Yeah, maybe it's our fault.
That's kind of what I insinuated with that winning to. Buddha quick. Searson he didn't know he heard it though. He heard it now. He's blinded. He gets caught out. NQZ gets the kill. That's going to allow 2 of them to wrap and saves his teammate in doing so. Tabson can't get a kill, but he does try to do some damage through the outside catwalk. Good turn from Crimbo, but now it's Tech 9s again and they've got a lead.
Yeah, stop buying AKs. Just buy Tech 9s. That's all you need. Oh. Yeah, that's a huge kill to get. Crimbo pushing up because he knows he's going to get wrapped from behind, so he's trying to get himself into a position of safety. They must capitalize on this 9Z. 4-on-2. Minute and 12 seconds remaining. But Keto, this position is such an X factor. This could pull the round right back into Big's favor.
He walks forward, he sees the bomb as well.
Yeah, he missed it. The gun actually obscured his vision, but he's gonna find it now. There's the feet, easy kill.
Oh no, this is, they know it now. He does it, he jumps down. Oh, he got there though. The Tech-9 couldn't get the kill, and Keto didn't realize he stopped on the top of that roof, and now it's back to a 2-on-2, and Digit on a single digit DGT of 1 HP to try and work this with David, so it turns. They nearly got away with a Quillever round, but you're right, Keto had position David.
Can Keto hear these footsteps? I think he can. That might have given it up. A lot of this is down to timing, especially with this low HP, but Sin is aware. I think Keto called it out. And as you mentioned, just 1 HP remaining in a 1v2. It looked oh so promising there for a moment. What a round from Keto to flank up on the silo. And what are you supposed to do here? 20 seconds left. Bomb is dropped outside, far away outside.
He's looking to try and get some utility off of it.
I think it's just the op and save.
Yeah, 1 HP though. They hear that. Oh yeah, he saw it. He saw it. Goes back for it. Keto obviously was ready to fire at that one. 10-1 in favor of Big.
And that time, at least some problems introduced into the situation by 9Z, but handled fantastically by Big, by the defense. Searson gets blinded and caught on the wall. Tapson couldn't handle it, didn't realize how close they were. This is the saving grace. Even the drop down, a little bit fortunate, but he'll take it. Nice moves from Keto. Round 12.
Max. Still looking for an opening outside. Hasn't had much success. 1 in 10. He's been trying to get so much map control. He's just not able to do anything with it when he gets there. A number of times he's been shut down. Searson again going to rotate his AWP back over to the turnpike position to try and spot anyone rotating into ramp, and that's where they are trying to go with the Molotov. He's ready. Molotov to him this time. I think he might even, oh, the flash changes. I thought he was just going to go forward. I could see him just going battle op in that situation.
All right, 5-on-4. Searson gonna have the deep angle, see if anyone swings in towards ramp room. They all avoid his gaze, but down low, you have Crimbo over towards control side. You've got Tapson on the flank. You've got Keto behind the bomb site. They're both just gonna challenge. They're not even gonna wait for 9Z to start pushing forward and spring any kind of a trap. They're just gonna heads up duel and win them both. 9Z is so flat right now.
About to get flattened in this round too. Good shot, DGT finally getting one, going for a shot to Sin, but look at Crimbo's position. He switched over to the M4 as well.
He's got a kill. They should know he's down here still, and that's the main problem. They don't even have to contend with him because Keto's taking everyone out. There's the push from Crimbo. He got bored. 11-1, 10-round lead.
Yeah,
and remember,
9Z doesn't look composed at all. They've got no game plan.
They're done. I mean, the round where they just have to save in basically in a 5-on-5, it turned into a 4-on-5 where they save in ramp room with no utility. Like, confidence over to Big, but that's also so demoralizing because you realize you have no idea what you're doing.
Yep, no openings to be found.
Well, they got Tech-9s here.
Best chances they've had. A single round and a 2-on-2 in the previous that fell apart. It was actually a 4-on-2. Yeah, that's straight fair. Better phrase. It was a 4-on-2 that fell apart. Nade damage significant as they're already outside. Tapson's able to collect and add additional damage as well as a kill on top of it. Searson's even got one more, and he's going to go up to the AC to look above the smoke. That actually allows DGT a bit further. David, again, these Tech-9s. That was just a clothesline. Crimbo firing. Max walked directly into it.
All right, a little bit of a play from DJT here, but nothing to find. And again, the bomb is dropped elsewhere, so even if he gets a kill, he's going to have to come back for it. 1 minute and 10 seconds, 1v4. No nades and a Galil. He doesn't even know where the best opportunity is. How could you? Going to wander right into Searson with that AWP. Missed shot, but Searson gets away. And DJT's going to let him fall into safety.
Shot from Searson to close it out. And yeah, this is just going through the motions, I think, at this point. Still got the flags there, but not a lot of emotion behind it for the fans right now.
20 kills total for 9Z. across all 5 players. And we're 13 rounds in already. Here we go. Utility towards the upper bomb site. Not yet pulled the trigger. Gonna re-execute, but Keto on top of the silo gets the first. Traded off. Sin waiting behind the smoke at door. Crimbo up top, gonna spray down one. Again, a good trade from NineZ, but they've got a long way to go, and they've got to deal with this guy.
Sin.
Flank.
You're right. Sin already with the 1 kill. He's able to turn it back. NQZ sneaks in, does get the shot onto him. Searson, though, you're right, was right behind the whole time. No mistake at all. The P250 goes to the op. The switching of the weapon, though, costs too much time. And NQZ able to pull this back down to finally a 1-on-1. 5 kills for him in this game. 2 in this round. Tapson's going to push through. Oh, he's going to push through off angle. NQZ wins it. Another round for NineZ.
Scrappy, and they needed it. Good trading, though, at least in this round. At least there's something positive to talk about. That's not necessarily mistakes from Big. That's good, solid trading from NineZ. But it's not nearly enough. Looking for a third in this final round of the first half.
It goes without saying, need a third in this half. Just happy to get one on the board. It's good to see they're still at least mentally invested to some extent.
Yeah, good. I mean, get happy when you can. There's been so few opportunities in this game for NineZ to get excited about anything, and Tapson, he's like, whatever, I'm gonna push again. I'm just gonna go for it one more time. This time, it's DJT for the quick headshot. This might be one of the few, maybe like the first time actually, that NineZ's had a man advantage.
Big miss smoke. They're gonna double through it. Good find. DJT, Max, and Buddha. Now they're going, and has to say, Big maybe just letting off the brakes a little bit, pressing the gas too firmly because a little bit zealous, I think, to push through with that much commitment in this round.
I think you're trying to take charge of like the mental. You're trying to take advantage of the mental state of NineZ, which you have to think is a lack of focus due to just getting battered over and over again. Maybe they're missing a detail. Maybe they just kind of slip their gaze away from watching for that push. So I think Big's trying to capitalize on that, and obviously doesn't work. Searson, a chance for a 1v3. If he pushes door, he's dead.
Oh, he lagged David. Doesn't matter. David's going to put him down.
It's the CT side of Nuke. Let's see if they can come back. However, Big, a very strong tactical team. Curious to see what they'll come out with. NineZ has to play a near perfect half here to make this comeback happen. And this crowd has seen a lot of comebacks that fall at the very end. This would just be one more heartbreak to add onto the pile. Big challenging at range, trying to cross with no utility. They have forced NQZ into a shy position. Doesn't want to take that refight. Ooh, the leg was spotted. The leg was spotted, and the P250 is perfect from Searson.
Kiddo realizes there's a push. Oh no, the aim is everywhere. Max gonna get that one. Barely took any damage despite that there was, what, 10 shots fired from that Glock? Sin, still at the door though, is able to shut down Squeaky, and it goes further than that. P250 Buddha gone. And it is still the 2-man advantage now as a result of those 2 frags for Big. Just NQZ and DGT left in this one.
Look at the position he's in. Look at the task he's got. He's got to guess which side the attack is going to come from first, and he's got the first contact he makes has to be like a 1-bullet headshot so that he can turn and adjust for the rest of the attack.
Oh, he got that.
Oh, he's got it.
He's going to turn. Needs to get the rest of the attack. He does. Doubled up, so he's giving his teammate a chance. DGT found Tapson pushing through, and that started it all. DGT is going to go to the same position up above. Bomb's going to be planted. It's on the far side of the silos, however, so he won't have vision of it. And he won't have vision of Crimbo retreating as well. He gets shot out from Squeaky. That's going to give them the information. He drops down immediately as a result, and Crimbo backs further away. They just want to play the time. Don't give him any chance at these headshots. Taps it, and he knows that there's got to be a peek from Hut. The second player has to have gone in there. Couldn't have gone back that far after the bomb plant. He goes for Crimbo, sees the shoulder, but he's baited, and he's getting pulled further and further, and you're absolutely right. Without a kit, he's too far removed. He might just go all the way through and back towards spawn on this one. The round over. It's going to be Big on 13-3. Good shots, not enough. Crimbo even gets the final kill.
I love it. That's a great 2v1 from Big. They didn't even give him a chance. They just used mobility and movement and positioning to just outplay him. Boos from the crowd. 13-3, a 10-round lead. And that pistol round might be... That pistol round for Big might just be insurmountable now for NineZ.
Yeah, the pistol round was really the best hope NineZ had at a chance back into this. CT side as well, you don't have that second round strength that you get for planting a bomb and being able to get into the Galils, which are very strong and viable. Instead, they've got a 5-7, a Deagle, MP9s,
they have
two of them, but the Scout has gotten better again lately in the current meta, but yeah, obviously they have to force into it. They just don't have the same hope. Ooh, they do. If David can hit those shots, two on the Deagle, tried to line up a third, a little bit too slow, taps in. He gets the kill, and Searson adds a compliment on top of that.
Yeah, he was taking his time with that final shot with the Deagle. Good job from Sin. He's done great work in this position, obviously mostly on the CT side in the first half. Gets another kill as a player tries to rotate up Vince, and Max, this is a save it. Can't win this 1v3, especially without a kit. Bring it forward into the next round, see what you can do. Throw up a prayer. I think 9Z is going to have to buy in the next round as well. I think this is just force buy every single round and hope you can get a win. Too far back to save. Searson's going to try and make sure that Scout cannot be brought forward. Ooh, there's the tag. That's not ideal. Tough situation, and he's got it at the end of the day.
I'm surprised he stayed with the Scout on that. Just go for a flying pistol. Jump down.
Or let him be out there. Don't even take the shot. Just chill. Searson was aware of the Scout. He heard the scope. Turns quickly. This was maybe a chance, maybe a hope in the round for 9Z with those two kills, but everyone else gets shut down entirely. 14-3, big 2 rounds away from taking the first map, from taking away 9Z's map pick. And 9Z have not bought into this round. They are going to stick with Deagles and P250s, no armor, so they're going to play for a 12-round comeback.
That's all they can do. Searson already inside of the site, wrapping around. He'll take David down.
It's so cool from Big, just back-to-back upper rushes. They're like, whatever, like we're just going to do like a full execute. We're going to do it fast-paced. We're not going to give you any time to pick anyone off with these Deagles. No time to get tricky with the P250. We're just going to get into the bomb site and run you over because we know we can. And it's going to be 15-3.
Sin starting his work force forward with the MAC-10, trying to track down the remaining CTs. One of them is DGT. He finds Sin with a shot, but that gives Keto a chance to wrap in. Crimbo running and gunning. Tech9 takes out Max. This one's done. We know that. Bomb already planted and about to explode, but we'll see if there's any chance 9Z can get a few kills on the board. Not going to happen. I think they're all going down as well. Not quite. Crimbo dies to the bomb instead of NQZ, but taps out. Right there he is. There he is.
There it is. Just to prove you wrong.
Of course, I can never be right.
All right, well, yeah, let's just start with this one. Let's go one by one. Round 19.
If loving you is wrong, Jason, I don't want to be right.
Yeah, baby. Off in the hands of NQZ. M4's around it. No kits on the board is the biggest thing that 9Z is lacking. They've got plenty of utility. And a pick in towards the door. Burning in the Molotov as well. Got to back away from heavy utility. And 9Z really emphasized putting a stop to any fast upper play that they've encountered in the previous 2 rounds.
Sin in. Inside of the smoke as well. He's got an angle. Always missed it though with a flash coming through. He couldn't get that headshot. Buddha gets him get away because he was a bit, I think, timid in that situation.
Yeah.
He didn't want to walk out and catch a bullet.
Timid, and he's spent the last 18 rounds being put in his place by Big, so understandably a little bit shy to take that fight, a little bit scared. Max outside, and he's actually even worried about someone lurking in towards the big garage.
Check again from Max to see if anyone's there. Spots it this time. Not going to challenge it. Just repositions with the information. Problem is he gives up more map. And okay, DGT comes over to help support that. I was going to say they get closer to Secret without much challenge. They're scared to make mistakes, I think, right now, 9Z. They're backed off so much. They will cross over. Searson a bit slow to react on that one, but he knows one's over toward Big Garage now, at least. They don't want to get themselves caught in this situation, and Searson reads what Max was up to, and they go down a man.
I think a little bit of a defensive setup mistake from 9Z. They have the AWP at the back of Ramp Room that is just now starting to shift away, but they also had an M4 there with them. That's a lot of resources over on Ramp Room, especially when you have the deep angle of the AWP. Those are resources they could have used outside, could have used towards upper, but 2 quick kills. Add a third, Buddha on top of the hut, and David pounces.
Searson back out. They've made this close. Searson, no, he's pulled it back. Buddha falls right into it. Time's done. But man, oh man, he definitely gave it a go, old Searson, at the end. He stays alive with the op, so no money, but has the gun, and that'll certainly be welcomed, considering they can somewhat force around it.
And that's absolutely fine, finding that second kill from Searson. They really wanted to take the op away, and they get punished. That's weapons taken away, so there's still no money able to be built up, which is not too significant, obviously, now that Bigger at 15, but at least it gives you a little bit of comfort if you're 9Z that you can be able to rebuy and get full utility into the next round. And at this point, you take any comfort you can get. Buddha's got to drop down to the SMG, the MP9. Searson's going to take a quick peek towards the upper bomb site. Ooh, I like this. Eats a nade.
Nice.
Eats a nade. What a transfer down.
Okay, 19 kills now for Searson.
That's called taking the bull by the horns. They've got the upper bomb site once again.
Got a shot at DGT, transfers. They pull it back somewhat, but Sin is there to cancel that out. And he's going to go right forward as well toward main entry. He gets two. Max and David both down to the headshots of the P250 and QZ. He's caught with a nade, trying to transfer his weapon, and Sin's going to close it all. Inside the smoke, he commits a multiple Sin.